Yeah, right. He's definitely like the Monster Energy drink of Spider-Man villains. Check this out. Opening weekend. So it costs $100 million. Opening weekend. It's $80 million.
That's a lot of money. I did not Hello and welcome to the first ever Blast Edition episode of the What a Disaster podcast. Obviously, the What a Disaster podcast is where we watch, discuss, review a disaster movie as close to weekly as we can possibly stand. I'm your host, Gregory Allen. This week, we got just Rick with us. I screwed up and Liz wasn't able to join us. So it's just me and Rick. We're going to do fine, though. Don't be too upset. The Blast Edition is going to be kind of a shorter little thing. We're not doing a movie. We're going to talk about what we've seen, some movie news, stuff that we care about here and there. And after this episode, we may do a couple more, but we're not going to get into the thick of movie reviews again until January. Our next episode is going to be Attack the Block, and you expect that sometime mid-January next year. You're going to love it. It's terrific stuff. All right, well, let's take a couple minutes and talk about some of the movies we've seen and how we felt about them.
Right.
So what have you been watching, Richard?
I think the only movie I've been watching a lot of TV. The only movie I've watched in the last couple of weeks is The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
That was out on Netflix, right? That's a Netflix movie by the Coen brothers.
It was entertaining. The first one was my favorite one. The first little short story.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah. The one that's named after. It's it comes in strong, but
the titular story.
Yeah, I recommend watching it. It's bad news.
I watched most of The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I have not yet been able to finish it just because it's not something that's easy to watch when the kids are around.
Right.
It is it's absurd. It's really violent and it gets pretty graphic at times.
I had a dream last night while I was laying on my bed, and the whole world was turning red.
I'm trying to squeeze as much into as little as I can, and right now it's getting eaten up by Spider-Man.
Oh man, yeah. So you've been playing Spider-Man? How's that going?
Yeah. Oh man, that game's it's not as polished as I was hoping it would be, but at the same time, I was grinding too much, I guess. Like I was going through and hunting everything down as it was popping up instead of playing through the story. Right. And I think when they plop everything in your lap on that map, I think their intention is just to overwhelm initially so that you start going through the story and picking stuff up as you go. But that ain't me. So I started collecting everything like right away.
You could burn yourself out on those open world games if you get a little too collection heavy.
Yeah.
You know? But
it's fun to swing around the city, which is great because it's satisfying to go from one end of the city to the other through the skies, as it were. What is this? Attack on Titan?
Yeah, so
the movie Attack on Titan is getting a live action treatment?
Well, it already has one in Japan, I guess.
Okay.
So, but Warner Brothers just
that's that anime show with the giants, right? Yeah. The guy with no skin and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's the anime show where there's these like giant, lumbering, weird looking things that smile, but they're giant humans, and they crush the towns. And then there's these people who fight them, and they have I don't know what you would grappling hooks and swords and shit. It's pretty fucking weird. It's really fucking weird. They have a Japanese movie that obviously didn't do very well, it wasn't very well received. I guess now Warner Brothers has confirmed that they're gonna do one. They're gonna make a live action American version of Attack on Titan. That's weird.
All right. Well, I guess if America thinks it can do Japan better than Japan can do, why not? They've never done that before, have they?
Remember the Dragon Ball Z movie?
Japan. Dragon Ball the movie.
Oh, so good.
The Godzilla movie. We got Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, speaking of which, Godzilla movie. I got some Godzilla news for you. Godzilla King of the Monsters is done. It was just
It's
announced.
done?
Yeah, it's done. It was just announced on Twitter.
They finished it up. It's going to be coming out soon.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't.
Next week, 2 weeks.
I don't know when they're going to
I mean,
release
that's
it.
like-
Yeah, it just said.
There's so many disasters in one movie. We need it.
I was okay with the Godzilla movie. The King Kong of Skull Island was kind of stupid. It was unrememberable.
I have not seen it. It's on my list of movies to watch, but I have not yet watched Skull Island.
It's unremarkable. It makes you kind of think, didn't they just make a new King Kong movie?
I thought that was a sequel to that King Kong movie, and apparently it's not.
No, it's not. With Jonah Hill, I think, is in that. No, Jack Black's in that one.
Jack Black. Close enough. I mean, they're
Yeah.
the same person, right?
Yeah.
Except one does crazy guitar riff sounds and one swears a lot. I can't get behind. There's no excitement for me on Attack on Titan, but there is excitement for me that yet again we have news from Dan Aykroyd about Ghostbusters 3 being in the works.
Yep. You just
But I mean, this has happened so many times
Right.
that I'm not willing to let myself get hurt again.
Dan Aykroyd. Why does he keep hurting us like this? I don't understand it.
He's old. Old people do stupid.
But like,
things.
I kind of
It's just
the
how
older
it
they
goes.
get, the more I look forward to having like a super over the hill Ghostbusters.
Well, there will be no Egon, unfortunately, as he has passed.
Yeah, I know. That's a bummer.
That is a big bummer.
But that means the Ghostbuster film would have to have the ghost of Harold Ramis or something in it.
Maybe. I mean, the Ghostbusters movie that was released a little while ago had his bust at the university. That was his cameo
I didn't.
because he was already dead when that movie came out.
I didn't mind that one with Chris Hemsworth in it. It was
I-
all
It
right.
was all right. I did not think that its storytelling was particularly good.
Right.
Aside from that, I struggle with we'll call it popular comedy. It's not most of the time. It's not my cup of tea.
Right. Melissa McCarthy is kind of funny. She has her her moments.
Everybody in that movie is really funny. The movie itself is not really funny to me.
Any chance of a real, honest Ghostbusters 3?
Very, 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 very much so. Now, let me say this about the girls' movie that they made. It was really good. And Paul Feig made a good movie, and there's some great things in it. And the girls are great in it. I was mad at him because he cost too much. And I don't want to slag a fellow artist, but had it cost a little less, and had he maybe listened to some of our suggestions on budget, then there might have been another girls' movie that would have been great. I'm sorry that's not happening because, boy, they were terrific. Ghostbusters, Kate and Melissa and Leslie were just great. And Kristen Wiig, of course. I love those women and I love their performances. And I wished for them that they would have been able to make another one. But so that door is closed now. But yes, to answer your question, there is a possibility of a reunion with the three remaining Ghostbusters.
Are we
yeah.
making a little news here? First of all,
Did you see this one? Avatar 2? Sorry, a rap production with the main cast. So I think not just Avatar 2, but Avatar 3 has rap production with the main cast.
Did he shoot a couple at once?
Yeah.
That's another thing that's driving me nuts about modern movies when they know they're getting a sequel and they don't tell a tidy story in the first one, or they leave open plot threads that, in my opinion, would be better wrapped in the original movie. But that being said, Avatar 2 has me just on the edge of my seat with not caring.
Right?
Now it is James Cameron, so he's going to spend the next 2 years doing CG, and then he's going to, of course, it's going to take place underwater.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
the man has got a million water devices, so he needs to use them.
There's going to be 4 films. He has 4 films planned. I don't know. I don't think James Cameron believes he could ever die. So this Venom story I have in here. I don't know. I've never seen Venom. I don't know if it counts as a disaster movie.
I wanted to I was gung ho about Venom, and I was really excited when I heard it was coming. And then I saw that it was being released by Sony and not by Disney and Marvel Studios.
Right.
And it kind of took my expectations down a few notches.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this looks awful to me. So I never went and saw it.
So apparently the movie was cost $100 million to make. That was the estimated budget. And apparently
That's a lot of money for a movie about a black guy that eats heads.
yeah, right. He's definitely like the Monster Energy drink of Spider-Man villains. Check this out. Opening weekend. So it cost $100 million to make. Opening weekend, it made $80 million fucking dollars. $80 million.
That's a lot of money. I
Yeah.
felt like it did not deserve to do well, but that was based exclusively on the trailer, so I'm not sure.
I think timing helps too. There's just nothing else out around that time. It helps.
Mm-hmm.
But gross in the US, $207 million. So they're going to make another one of those for sure.
We cannot just eat people.
The way I see it, we can do whatever we want.
Is there something you want to tell me?
No.
Look into my eyes. Cooperate. And you just might survive.
How you doing, Eddie? You look terrible.
Oh, I have a parasite.
Venom.
Read this. Did you see this RoboCop news in here?
That Peter Weller is not interested in coming back as RoboCop.
He's not interested in
What
coming.
a shocker. The guy's like 1,000,000 years old. Let him sleep.
Yeah, that was confirmed by the.
Let Peter Weller sleep.
I know he's like 76. This is confirmed by the website Super Bro Movies. I had to give him credit, but what a website.
That is a name. I've never looked at Super Bro Movies.
No, me either. But I saw this news article, so and they
All right.
sourced it, so it's theirs.
How do you feel about Peter Weller not coming back?
I expect it. You know, it would be.
Okay.
I guess you could walk if you're like kind of an old guy. It wouldn't be that difficult to do the RoboCop walk, right? It's still kind of.
So do you know if this is RoboCop based on that most recent remake of RoboCop or reboot of RoboCop?
You know, I didn't dig hard into it, but I think it honestly might take place after RoboCop 2 or something like that. Some sort of.
Oh, are they gonna wash us?
Yeah.
Wash the history books clear of RoboCop 3?
You know, I think I heard that somewhere. It might have been just somebody's really good idea, but you know how they do that sometimes now? They just pick up
Yeah.
like where the fans care. Like from here out, this is where we're at.
Yeah. Right. Let's go until the movie that bombed came out,
Yeah.
and then cut that out.
That one was a fever dream. It made no sense. Let's just forget it. Everybody else has.
RoboCop 2 was kind of a fucking mess too. So let's not pretend RoboCop 3 is
No.
a big surprise.
I don't even remember them, honestly. Those movies were something I watched a lot as a kid, but didn't really stick with me as an adult. Like the
This
plots.
one, yeah. The go watch 2 and you'll be like, what the fuck?
So you guys, the director of this movie is Neil
Blomkamp.
Neil Blomkamp,
from-
yeah.
Yeah, he did District 9, which was good.
Yeah.
Chappie, which I have not seen, and Elysium, which was all right.
It was all right, yeah. They all look good,
it
though.
was, I mean, it was a movie.
Yeah.
That's about the best I'll give Elysium.
I don't remember it. I tried to remember it. I tried to remember what Elysium was about. I even went.
That was the one with Matt Damon,
Yeah.
and he was on Earth, and all the people all the rich people live on Elysium, which is, you know, in orbit around the Earth. I don't know if it was the moon or if it was a ring around the Earth.
Right.
I can't remember. He had to go up there for something, basically, and he ended up unlocking all these cancer-free machines. Movie was ridiculous. Neil Blomkamp tends to have like really interesting ideas, and then his execution is just lackluster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's what's the best way? I don't think that he fully fleshes out his good ideas. He's just like, you know what? What if this? And then he just runs with that and makes a whole movie rather than trying to build a world around that idea. And the closest he got with that was District 9, which was kind of disjointed when it split from documentary style filmmaking in the first half to weird fucking movie in the second half, really.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But, and this is very exciting here, San Andreas 2.
Yeah, we got some rumors of some San Andreas 2 happening, and so it can be Volcano, a volcano plot, whatever that means.
You know what? I'm sure The Rock is very involved with his, was it $7 Productions company?
Yeah.
And he's going to make a movie that is going to do extraordinarily well everywhere but the United States. And he's going to make so much fucking money doing it that it doesn't even matter.
Right.
The man knows his audience. He knows what to expect. He's going to make magic, and he's going to make money in the process, and we're going to watch it, and we're going to love it.
Yeah.
How did, you know what? We got to look. I'm going to look this up real quick. Talk a little bit more about your thoughts on San Andreas 2 for me, would you?
My thoughts on San Andreas 2. I think it's going to have helicopters. I think they're going to be flying those helicopters around a volcano, and I think his daughter is going to play a pivotal role, and her boyfriend, either he's going to be the guy left over from the first San Andreas, or it'll be a new guy, but he's definitely going to be looking for The Rock's approval throughout the whole film.
All right. So what I was looking up while we were doing that was Rampage. As an
Yeah.
example of The Rock and his $7 Productions. It had a budget of 120 to 140 million dollars is the estimates. The box office was 426.3 million dollars. I doubt very much that much of that came from the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. We noticed that a lot with these movies, these modern disaster movies. They tend to make almost half of their money out of the States worldwide.
People outside of the United States love watching buildings get blown up.
They love it.
That is pretty much it. Do you want to talk a little bit about Attack the Block, or did we have a guest for Attack the
we
Block?
did.
We had what's her name?
Christina. Catherine.
Christina.
Yeah. We could talk about it. We're not sure.
Ohana. What does she prefer?
I think she prefers Christina, she said.
Christina.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the name her parents should have given her, she told me. And actually, she said she likes us more than she likes her parents as well, which I thought was an odd thing to say to somebody. But
Well, she didn't say it to her parents, did she?
I mean, no, maybe. I don't know.
it was just in an email. She replied all by accident.
Right. But I feel bad because she did that, and we were like, "This will be out," and it's like 3 hours of audio. I gotta cut it, so we'll probably put that out with the next season. You know, we made some changes to the show, so maybe we'll launch with that.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll release it a little earlier as like a little present. We'll see when we get to it.
Yeah, we'll see. We can see what we can do.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this first ever Blast Edition episode of the What a Disaster podcast. I appreciate your attention. Hopefully this was a short enough episode that you got to listen to all of it and you didn't get too annoyed by Richard and you learned to love me again. As usual, you can contact us through various means. We're on the Facebook, of course. We've got Instagram, we're WadPod. And Twitter, we're PodWad because somebody already had WadPod, bunch of jerks. We've got whatadisasterpod.com is our webpage. We are on all the podcasters, one would hope.
Yeah. I hope.
And you can call or text us. Leave us a voicemail, leave us a text message. I don't care. I want to hear from you. Phone number is
209-781-9113.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go. That was good. It was good.
We'll catch you in January. Once again, we're taking a little breaky.
We're taking a little breaky. We might do another one of these, so if we get bored. We'll see how this one goes.
It could go well. What if this goes well?
What if this goes well? We forgot to talk about the game. We want to talk about the game.